Well, it's a disappointment. Obviously, they've got route planning and new cities in the schedule. Without these airplanes in the supply chain, they won't be able to do all the things they want to do. So there'll be a revenue impact to every airline that operates a 737.
Gordon, these delays, to what extent do you think it gets into the psyche of the consumer? The 737 MAX, I mean, typically we wouldn't even know who made the plane we were getting on, let alone the make and model number. But with more delays, more headlines, 737 MAX becomes a sort of negative label. Do you think it's going to stop consumers from wanting to fly on the plane?
You know, maybe initially, but Wilford, the memory's really short, and they've got a really deep history of safety behind them and thousands of airplanes flying right now today. So they're going to get it fixed. And it used to, the old days, they say, if it ain't Boeing, I ain't going. And people really rely on that name. So I think it'll come back.
What do you make of the relationship between the FAA and Boeing at this point? There's been a lot of scrutiny and now questions. Think of how cozy that relationship got and how the FAA is treating Boeing at this point.
Well, obviously they're being very thorough and going to dot every I and cross every T. But at the same time, they have a long established relationship. It's in Boeing's best interest to get along with the FAA, obviously. And quite frankly, it's in Boeing's best interest to have reliable airplanes, which they've had for more than 100 years. So I don't see anything negative about that. I think everybody is being very thorough, though, in what they do.
To what extent do you feel that overnight the FAA or Boeing was pressurized by the International Airlines Association as opposed to making these decisions themselves? Are they once again being a little bit too lax on the issue?
Wilford, I'm not sure that they are. I know that it was an unusual event, but at the same time, I think it was the correct thing to do, and Boeing did do it. But there's plenty of pressure on Boeing, as you can see from just the market forces. But their bench is so deep in talent. This airplane is going to be around for another 25 years, and it's a great airplane. It's just having some really difficult teething problems, which is causing everybody costing a lot of money.
So, Gordon, just wanted to end with this. We got word that as of this week, United Continental corporate name change to United Airlines Holdings. Wanted to know how you felt about that as the former CEO of Continental.
Well, I'm sure they gratuitously upset a whole lot of people. I'm not sure what they get by that, but you know, everybody has their chance to fly the airplane. I had my turn, and it's somebody else's, and they'll do what they want.